Tomorrow, LMU is going to release their GT3 pack. So the first time we will be able to drive GT3s in Le Mans Ultimate. And I had the honor and pleasure to drive those already, pre-release, and what can I say? Honestly, for me, it's the most advanced and also best GT3 simulation right now on the market. So if you're interested why I share this opinion, make sure to watch the video. First, let's have a look quickly at the GT3s available. So, of course, we have the beautiful BMW M4 GT3, which is honestly overall the most balanced and stable car in this pack, which is going to be released tomorrow. So if you just want to dig into this update and have the best experience out of the get-go, just pick this car, go on Interlagos on the new track, and enjoy the GT3s in LMU. So, as I said, easy car to drive, predictable. Yeah, that's the M4 for you in the Le Mans Ultimate. Then the next car we have is the Corvette. If there is one word I have to pick to describe this car, it's unique, because no other GT3 car you can find has this mid-corner rotation like the Chevrolet Corvette Z06. Basically, you have to understand, as soon as you enter the corner already, the car rotates really nicely, but when you reach the apex, it's not stopping the rotation, it continues to rotate, which is beneficial in certain ways and not. And especially if you're a driver who likes this type of mid-corner rotation, you will love this car. Honestly, it's really nice to drive. If you are more a driver who prefers, let's say, stable cars around the apex, you can of course set it up differently, but overall I would recommend you then the BMW or another car from this pack. Exactly. Then also really important to know in this car is you don't rev it out, same as the Ferrari actually. So you want to shift earlier, basically the red light on the right side on your HUD. Then last but not least, we have the Ferrari, which is honestly so special to drive because it has the most oversteer on the entry from all cars, I would say, but it's still, when you reach the apex, it starts to get planted and then exit almost tends to understeer slightly even. So if you're a driver who prefers this kind of driving style, definitely go for the Ferrari. Also, I would say Ferrari is the hardest car to drive in this pack, but also the most rewarding one. And then the free GT3 car, the McLaren 720S, which is also so unique to drive, as you enter the corner, for example, and you start to brake 100%. The car starts to basically understeer, and if you have some lock on your steering, it won't turn. And only as soon as you start to release the brake, that's where the front bites and the car goes into the corner. So if you are a driver who prefers stability on corner entry and only rotation when you deem necessary and release the brake, go for the McLaren. It's also, I would say, the easiest mid-engine car to drive because it gives you this confidence on the entry. You can push and you have this stability. As you already know, I said at the start of the video that for me, Le Mans Ultimate has now the most advanced GT3 physics or GT3s from all sims. And to understand why, let's jump onto the track. So now, let's hop onto the track. And let's ask ourselves why for me Le Mans Ultimate has now the best GT3 physics. So, first of all, besides the GT3s, I just love the way that you have no tire warmers and you just drive out of the pits and you can play with the car. You need to be careful on the pits exit. The McLaren already trying to overtake us here. And yeah, it's just like a really amazing experience. And the way the cold tires behave is also predictable. For example, here on the entry, I can't really push the car into the corner because the front tires are not up to temp, so I will have understeer. But on the other side, if I'm in a slow speed corner and I try to exit with too much throttle application, I can spin really easily. So this is just like out of the box a really cool experience. And as the tires warm up, you feel the grip increasing corner by corner, which is so nice. And yeah, first point already why I love the GT3s with that update is like also the way they interact with the curbs. Like the curb physics in LMU is just something else. Like in the GT3s, the curbs feel so natural and so realistic. The feedback from the curbs is so sharp, and if you look at the curb and you just have this idea, you know, how it should feel in the steering rack, that's exact, you know, experience you get here in LMU. So this is just mega. And let's let the Ferrari quickly by here. Second part, as I said, the sound is also really advanced. So I think if you, especially like the exhaust sound, like this is how the M4 sounds in real life, you know. There we have the LMP, no, LMDH going by. But back to the GT3's physics. Let's let the Toyota through. Just everything feels so natural, honestly. The force feedback could be a bit more raw, I think, but honestly, with all those other advantages, I really don't care. Let's talk a bit about the ABS, which is like the most important part when it comes to GT3 physics. For me, personally, it feels amazing. I have the assistance of the ABS, which prevents lockups in a natural way, but if I overdo it and I try to carry too much braking power into a corner, I get penalized with understeer, which makes sense because, as we know, a tire only has 100% of grip. If we want to brake 100% and turn 100%, it doesn't work. So this is why, honestly, for me, the ABS is now the #1 in sim racing. You can use the ABS, but only to some extent, right? If I brake here 100% and then try to turn in, it doesn't work. So, as you see, it really is, in my opinion, how it should be. Around the outside goes the caddy, and just like also on a side note, this multi-class racing, this is for me sim racing, honestly. The most fun I had is a multi-class, and with the daily racing and everything, you just can enjoy sim racing, honestly. Because at the end, it's all about having fun, and in those GT3 cars with their physics, you can have fun. They're easy to drive, they're unique in each GT3 is unique in their own way, and it's just massive fun. Here also, you really feel as soon as you release the brake, the car starts to grip up on the front, it turns in, and not abruptly, it just goes continuously. The more you release the brake, the more it turns. It is just amazing. And yeah, suspension wise, as I said, the curbs you have, you can take them like in real life. It feels natural, no unpredictability whatsoever. It's just amazing, honestly. And I really enjoy the driving. If I compare it to my experience in iRacing AC1, where I started my journey, right, ACC, where I basically became a pro. So far, this GT3 model is the most rounded one I've ever driven, in my opinion. And yeah, that should explain why, for me, those GT3s in Le Mans Ultimate are the ones now to drive on the market. Yeah, so just all in all, what can I say? Honestly, try the update out. It's free with the McLaren if you like the GT3 physics. I would recommend you to get the DLC because like the BMW is amazing, the Ferrari is unique, the Chevy is unique. Just like if you want to enjoy some GT3 racing, which gets, in my opinion, as close as possible to real life, from what I can say, from what I've seen hot laps from real life drivers, you know, and the way the cars behave here. Yeah, it's fun. It's just a joy to drive, honestly. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to hit the like button, and yeah, if you have any other recommendations in terms of videos, feel free to pop them into the comments. And yeah, I hope to see you in the next stream or in the next video. So yeah, have a great day and see you soon. Bye bye.